What's up folks, Mike here at Winning Watches. Welcome to the video, and today's video is in response to a multi-point question stroke comment on one of my other videos, and one of those questions was how to clean pallets in a wristwatch or a pocket watch. So I'm going to go through how you can do that by hand. Now, ordinarily, I'd put the pallets in my watch cleaning machine and they'd come out nice and clean. But on occasion, they do actually come out and they've still got some dry grease or oil stuck to them. So I need to clean them by hand, and that is possible. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, you would ideally need most of the things that I'm going to show you in this video, but if you don't have these things, you can obviously make do as best you can with what you can get hold of. I will leave any links in the description down below if I can find all of these things so that you can get them and do this for yourself. But if I can't find them, I can't find them. You'll just have to make do with the best that you can. There are going to be some points in this video where you ideally will have to use very specific things, but we'll get to that in a moment. So we're going to clean some pallets by hand, and it's a very straightforward and simple task, and you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need some cleaning solution. This is a kiln jar, and in here I have some Renata essence. This is very specific horological cleaning solution designed for degreasing and breaking down oils and greases. So it's very good for that purpose. And if you can get hold of Renata essence, I'd highly recommend that you do that. Check the description below for the correct spelling of Renata essence so that you can search it in your country. If you can't get Renata essence, you can actually get away with using a lighter fuel, such as a Zippo lighter fuel or Swan lighter fuel, a petroleum-based lighter fuel, which is the second best option, I would say. That's quite good at degreasing. Do not use acetone or a high alcohol content type solution, because that's likely to damage the shellac that holds the stones on the pallet. So you don't want to do that, because that's going to cause you even greater problems further down the line. You don't want to do that. So either get Renata essence if you can find it in your country, or if not, a lighter fuel type solution, which is fairly common almost everywhere around the world. The other item you're going to need, ideally, if you can find it, of course it's not going to be available everywhere, is some pithwood. I get my pithwood from Switzerland. It's very good stuff. And the reason why I suggest pithwood is because it's really soft, easy to manipulate into shapes, but primarily it's because it's super soft wood and it's partially absorbent, which is what we're going to need, as you'll see later on in the video. But again, this isn't available everywhere, so if you can't get hold of pithwood, you can use alternative woods. You can use some hornbeam, orange wood, balsa wood if you had it. Preferably the softer the wood, the better. But if you're really down to brass tacks and you can't find anything else, you can actually get away with just using a toothpick if absolutely necessary, because the way you're going to be using it is extremely gently, so it's not going to matter a great deal. If you really can't get hold of pithwood, you can use something else. So you got your essence or your lighter cleaning fuel, and you'll have the tool you'll need for actually cleaning the pallet stones. If you have a mesh basket, that'll be really handy. Again, I'll leave a link in the description where you can find mesh baskets, because these come in really handy for nearly most watch jobs, so they come in quite handy. See if you can get some of them. Now, I've got some pallets here which I've taken from a pocket watch because they're easier to see. I'm going to zoom in at certain points of the video so you can actually see them, and believe it or not, these are actually far larger than wristwatch ones, so it's going to make it a lot easier to see. So the other thing you're going to need is some Rodico or Watchmakers clay. You can get Rodico pretty much anywhere, but again, check the description. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the pallets in the mesh basket, and we're going to leave them to soak for a little bit in the Renata essence. Now, for the purpose of the video, we're only going to do this very quickly, but you can of course leave them to soak in your chosen solution for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour if you wish. Go have a cup of tea, come back, And the longer you leave it in, the more likely it is to break down the hardened oil or grease deposits that might be on the pallets. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to do it for a couple of seconds. I'm going to place it on a paper towel there, where we're going to dry it off, so we can tip it out of the basket like so. If you have a blower, then use a blower to speed up the process. If you don't have a blower, then please don't blow on it with your mouth. You don't want to put the moisture of your body onto the pallets, especially steel pallets, because they will eventually rust later on down the line. So we're just going to dry off the essence here. It's very quick drying stuff, essence, so it doesn't need too much puff, as they say. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the pallets and we're going to place them in the Rodico, and we're going to place them in the Rodico a specific way so as to hold them nice and secure. So we're going to zoom in for this section, so it might get a little bit blurrier than I like, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Excuse me. So we're going to pick up the pallets with our tweezers. You gently want to just nudge the pallets upwards like that, because you're going to place the rear fork of the pallets into the Rodico like so. And you're just going to push down with your tweezers until just the top of the pallets are sitting in the Rodico like that. I'm not sure how well that's going to come up on camera. And basically the flat part of the pallets is sitting in the Rodico. This Rodico is really soft, so it's not going to damage or bend the metal. But that's going to securely hold the pallets whilst we manually clean the stone faces. Excuse my dirty fingers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of pithwood or any of the wood that you might have, and we're going to leave it to soak for a little bit in the essence to get a bit of the cleaning solution on the pithwood. This will dry out really quickly on the pithwood, so we're not too worried. Now what we're going to do is we're going to gently touch the stone faces of the pallets. We're going to brush them very gently with the pithwood or whatever wood it is that you might have, and we're going to clean in the direction, I don't know if you can really see, but you have the pallets that way. We're going to clean in either that direction or that direction. We're not going to clean in these directions, because if you do it in these directions, you're putting pressure on the stone at its weakest point, and you might end up knocking the stone out of the pallets, and then you're in for another much greater headache than you really want. So you just want to gently clean the stone faces either that way or inwards like so. And you do each stone face like that until the dirt or grease deposits are gone. And of course normally you do this with a magnifying loupe on your eye so that you can see exactly what you're doing, and you do this nice and slowly, nice and gently, until all the dirt and deposits are gone. You can, if you wish, after you've done that, let's zoom back out. There we go. You can, after you've done this, take the pallets and put them in the essence again, give them another quick rinse off and clean, and that's pretty much it. So we can just remove the pallets from the Rodico, like so. And that's basically how you clean pallets by hand. Like I said, the most essential thing is using the correct solution, and if you've got it or can get it, some pithwood. But if you can't get pithwood, any wood will do, the softer the better. If you can't get Renata essence, then please use some sort of petroleum-based fluid like a Zippo fuel or Swan lighter fuel, something like that. Do not use alcohol. Certainly do not use acetone, because it will probably break down the shellac that holds the pallet stones in place. And also remember, when you're cleaning the stones, to clean them in the right direction. You don't want to be pushing the stones out of the pallet fork by accident, so make sure you're careful as to what direction you're cleaning the stones in. And you have to be really super gentle. If it takes you 5 minutes longer to clean a stone because it's really stubborn dirt, it takes you 5 minutes longer. It's much better to spend 5 or 10 minutes per stone cleaning it, making sure that it's clean, than spending 5 hours trying to reset a pallet stone in the correct position. But that's pretty much it for cleaning pallet stones in watches. It doesn't matter, even if it's a wristwatch pallet, the same principle applies. I just use a pocket watch pallet here because it's much larger and easier to see on the video. Anyway, I hope this video has proven helpful and answered at least one of your questions. I will try and answer some of the other questions as and when they pop up. I can't always answer all of the questions because it does depend on how much time I have during the day to do these videos. But anyway, I hope this has proven helpful. If it has, leave a thumbs up. If you like these types of videos and want to see more, then make sure you click the subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified when the next video comes out. I'm always trying to put out more content. I'm trying to give the people what they want, so to speak. But there's lots more interesting videos to come. So stay tuned. So until the next one, you guys take care of yourselves and see you soon.